This movie revealed so much that the industry did everything in its power to make sure you never saw it. Chances are you never even heard of Under the Silver Lake, not because it was a bad movie, but because of what it suggests about our world. Even though it starred Andrew Garfield and was backed by A24, the release was mysteriously sabotaged.
Welcome back, everybody. Alright, we got a thing here. Hollywood tried removing this movie. The movie they try to hide. Yo, let's check it out. Supposedly, it reveals a lot of things about this world that they don't want you to know. That got my attention. Let's get into it. Oh, like, share, and subscribe. And always, get crypto. Stop using their money. Check out my links. Free yourself. Earn more. Be your own bank.
This movie revealed so much that the industry did everything in its power to make sure you never saw it. Chances are you never even heard of Under the Silver Lake, not because it was a bad movie, but because of what it suggests about our world. Even though it starred Andrew Garfield and was backed by A24, the release was mysteriously sabotaged at the last minute. Virtually zero marketing, limited distribution, total silence. But what was so dangerous that Hollywood had to bury it? Once you see what they were trying to hide, you'll understand exactly why they didn't want this movie to exist. Under the Silver Lake follows Sam, a man living in Los Angeles who is disillusioned with the world around him. He's obsessed with finding meaning in pop culture, looking for messages in song lyrics, movies, and even old magazines. His life changes when his mysterious neighbor Sarah vanishes overnight. Sam becomes obsessed with finding her, but as he investigates, he realizes this isn't a normal missing persons case. He begins to find a trail of complex codes and symbols hidden from the back of cereal boxes to the layout of Hollywood landmarks. As Sam follows this trail, he stumbles onto 3 discoveries that are the reason you never even heard of this film. First, the songwriter. Sam meets a man who claims he's written every major hit in history, not for the art, but to plant specific frequencies into the public consciousness.
I don't always worry what the message is, I just pass it along. I slip it between the notes, hide it away, people that know it's there.
You saying you've done this before? Codes?
I wrote the music your dad grew up to. Half of what you sang along to as a kid, and I'm still doing it.
Telling me there's hidden messages in old pop songs?
Movies, television shows, everything you know.
Why?
That's pop culture, isn't it?
What are the tunnels for? Is there gonna be a war?
Oh, hell, I don't know. I created so many of the things that you care about. The songs that give your life purpose and joy. When you were 15 and rebelling, you were rebelling because the real message was not meant for you. So it's better if you just smile and you dance and you enjoy the melody. Because this ugly old man, me, I am the voice of your generation. Your grandparents, your parents, and all the young people that follow you.
Second, he discovers the elite's exit. He finds proof that the industry's most powerful figures are preparing for a global transition, building massive underground bunkers to wait out what's coming next.
A shelter building. Some kind of bunker. In case of a nuclear war. They're tombs for kings.
Only the richest men can afford this ceremony.
Third, the pop culture map. Sam realizes the entire entertainment industry is actually a giant interconnected map, a distraction to keep us looking one way while the system moves in the other. Sam's theories weren't just theories. The codes were real. By the end of the movie, Sam finds his missing neighbor in an underground bunker with members of the secret society. He's told that they hide while they attempt to ascend like gods. This movie revealed that everything we see and experience coming from Hollywood is nothing but a tool of distraction used to keep us blind from the truth. But if this film was just a work of fiction, why did the industry treat it like a liability? The release of Under the Silver Lake is one of the strangest events in modern cinema history. It premiered at a prestigious film festival to massive buzz. It had a major star in Andrew Garfield and was backed by A24, a studio famous for turning indie films into cultural phenomenons. Everything was set for a massive breakout, but then things got quiet. Initially scheduled for a summer 2018 release, the film was abruptly pulled from the calendar just weeks before it was supposed to hit theaters. It was delayed nearly a year, only to be dumped into a limited release in April 2019, with almost zero marketing. No late-night talk show appearances for the cast, no massive billboard campaigns. It was effectively buried. Critics were puzzled. Why would a studio invest millions into a high-pro only to hide it from the public? Some industry insiders claimed the film was too long or too weird, but for those who have seen it, that explanation doesn't hold up. When you look at the timing and the content, a different picture starts to emerge. It wasn't that the movie was bad, it was that it was too revealing. By giving the film a quiet limited release, they could technically say it came out, while ensuring that as few people as possible actually saw the messages hidden inside of it. It was a strategic silence designed to let the film fade into obscurity. But why throw away millions of dollars? When you understand the message hidden in this film, you'll understand exactly why they turned on the project at the last minute. Under the Silver Lake essentially tells us that the entire entertainment industry is managed by a small secretive group. It reveals that this system is used to influence the public and keep us from finding the truth. Take the scene with the songwriter. In the movie, Sam confronts the lead singer of a band who admits he just sings the songs the label tells him to sing without asking questions. Leads Sam to discover the songwriter. This man tells Sam that he has written every hit song ever released and admits to hiding specific messages and themes to program the masses through music. This idea of music being completely managed by the industry isn't just a movie plot. For decades, many have suggested that the industry turns artists into performers who act exactly how they're told, like figures on a string. We see this across pop and urban music. All the songs seem to carry the same themes and messages, almost as if the music is designed to shape the minds of those who listen to it. When you realize that the music industry literally uses writer camps where a handful of people write almost every major hit, what's shown in Under the Silver Lake starts to make a lot more sense. This is definitely something the industry wouldn't want the public to know. If the audience realized their favorite artists were just performing a script written in a boardroom, they wouldn't buy into the illusion. This is clearly one reason they didn't want this movie to be seen. It reveals the truth about the music industry, just like it does about Hollywood. In the movie, Sam discovers that the glamour we see on screen is a carefully constructed mirage designed to hide something much darker. It also explores the idea that Hollywood geography is built on secrets. Sam finds that famous landmarks in Los Angeles are actually markers for a hidden infrastructure. Take the Griffith Observatory. To the public, it's just a place to look at the stars. But Sam realizes it's a navigational marker for the elite, a literal signpost hidden in plain sight. What's interesting is that this movie uses an owl mascot to represent the secret group that controls the industry, the Owl's Kiss. This is a shadowy figure in an owl mask who serves as a silent guardian of the industry's secrets. In the movie, the owl represents the ones who see in the dark, a reminder that while the public is blinded by the lights, there is a system that sees everything.
Who is the Owl's Kiss? This author believes she may be a member of a long-standing American cult with origins in trade and finance. It is the
Owl's Kiss. You have a dollar bill on you? Take a look. That's the sign of the Owl's Kiss right there, on every dollar bill in this country. With every transaction manager packed to live by her law. Any household that eats, lives, or trades under her eyes is subject to her jurisdiction. Our world is filled with codes, pacts, user agreements, subliminal messages.
Just like we saw in My Late Night with the Devil Breakdown. In that film, the entertainment industry was also managed by a shadowy group represented by an owl. And like we all know, there just so happens to be a real-life organization that uses the same owl imagery for their logo. A group that, according to the New York Post, contains many of Hollywood's biggest celebrities. Recently, the New York Post released an alleged members list linked back to this mysterious organization. This movie is telling us that this is all connected, suggesting that the films we watch aren't just entertainment. They reveal more truth than you could possibly imagine. They're just media for the elite to maintain their status while the rest of us are distracted by the screen. This is likely the most dangerous part of the film. Say that the industry is greedy. It says is an architect of our very perception of reality. If the public started looking at movies as tools of influence rather than just stories, the entire system would lose its power. And this is why this movie had to be kept in the dark. The mystery of Under the Silver Lake eventually leads Sam to the most guarded secret of all, the underground bunkers. By the end of the film, Sam discovers that the missing neighbor he's been searching for wasn't taken against her will. She went voluntarily. She is hidden in an advanced underground facility with members of a secret society. They believe they're a part of a quiet ascension plan where they wait out a global transition in total luxury while the rest of the world is left behind. In the movie, these elite aren't just hiding from a disaster, they're convinced that they're transitioning into a new state of existence, effectively ascending like gods while the public remains distracted by the entertainment they left behind. What makes this part of the movie so unsettling is how closely it mirrors our real world. In recent years, it has become public now films are a distraction. Not just the movies, but the entire industry. The story behind this film reminds me so much of Eyes Wide Shut. I believe that just like they did with this movie, the industry tried to do the same to Stanley Kubrick's final masterpiece. Unlike Under the Silver Lake, those behind Eyes Wide Shut couldn't just suppress the release. Instead, the film was reportedly altered following the director's sudden passing. In fact, those close to the project suggest he was trying to expose what he knew, and many believe it cost him everything.
You are not going to cut my movie. I've got a contract that says you can't cut my stuff. When he showed Eyes Wide Shut to the Warner Brothers executives, Stanley died 6 days later. Eyes Wide Shut was an expose of Stanley showed a different version of the film. They didn't like it. They him. He really tried to expose the alcohol.
Eyes Wide Shut was a warning.